Alright, hello and welcome back to Medieval Dynasty. If this sounds a little bit different to you, it's because OBS decided that, well, no, I wasn't actually talking the entire time I was recording this video. So I'll be voicing it over and going back through everything that I was doing before. This is me getting ready to, well, get a mine going. I've been going around just doing a quick check, going, okay, do I need to do any more insulation on any of the houses? Do I need to do anything else like that? So far, I haven't found anything. And I was going, well, I'm getting close to a mine, so I really should start building something. In just a minute, I'll start building houses just to bring up my production. There's a couple times you'll see me open up a menu and look at the technology settings to see, how many points I'm getting. There's one point where I'm building fences and figuring out that, yeah, I make about 3 experience points per fence section, which, incidentally, because of building the 2 houses, actually gets me enough to build the mine, so I build the mine as well. In here, I'm just about to start that first house. As I go, okay, well, where would I put the new house? And I look, and I'm like, okay, well, I can put it next to here, forgetting that there is a there's a farm plot there. I extend the road and start building. And here's me going, okay, well, production technology. No, was it? I looked at the building technology first. Now it's just kind of a see what I need to do.
Our king will go down in history as the most forgettable one.
I'm also trying to remember what I was saying when I was doing other things. But for right there, I was obviously musing about something while I was doing this, because it's kind of just going around. But now I go back and I check buildings, so I look at it. I'm at what, 89 something. So I'm like, oh, almost at mine, so I might as well just go and build another building. Maybe make a little cul-de-sac type deal and get it set up. So about here, I think I actually did make the decision, okay, I'm building the next house. It's going to be right here next to the first one. And we'll start building here. build a little road in there. Put down some bench. Put down a couple sets of benches for people to sit on. And part of it's just so they get more more XP for the construction. I start putting in another stick fence. This is when I actually figure out I make about 3.5 XP per fence, which comes down to something like 0.6 points or something like that per swing. I don't know if that's the same for everything, but when you're talking about like a house, that's a lot of swings. So I'd have to add it up at the beginning and look at the end to actually tell you. So I ran around, grabbed some sticks, and that's when I unlocked the mine right there. I decide, I'm going to finish this fence, or finish this section of fence because, I already have it down. And, it's not like I'm going to run out of sticks because I've got, like 500 sitting in storage. Now that I've done that, I'm like, okay, well, what do I need to do next? Well, now I'm going to build that the mine. So now I got to figure out what I need. I need 16 planks and logs. So I'm going to run myself over to the to one of the woodcutters, kick them off.
Hey, I was using that.
And make another
Another
16 planks,
squirrel, I always double check if there aren't any
which is 8 logs worth, and then grab 16 logs and run my butt out to actually build that mine. Now I'm carrying them out because quite honestly, it's way too far for storage at the time. I am tempted to put storage nearby it so that you can share stuff. Incidentally, that is one of the things that this game does that they don't really tell you about, but it does happen. Any of the storages, the food storage or just the resource storage, both of those, they're linked. So if you have a resource storage, say near your mine, and another resource storage, say in the middle of town, if you throw something in the middle of town, you can get it out at the mine, or vice versa. Coming out here going, okay, I hope that bear's not too nearby. So building any kind of building, anything that requires construction, gets rid of some types of critter spawns. So like if you build a bunch of houses someplace and there was say a bear spawn nearby, the bear spawn will go away, the wolf spawn will go away, bobcats, deer, pretty much anything bigger than like rabbits and birds. Rabbits and birds will still show up. Even then, sometimes the rabbits don't show up, depending. But a lot of things just go away. Now I'm going back here and going, okay, well, I'm going to need somebody to move the mine, and holy crap, I can get 6 different people in here. Now it's just kind of a review of, okay, here's what I need to do, here's what I should do next, and I need to get going. I set up my what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to head to Pistova first, check out the people there. I'm going to go up and go to that that quest because I'm curious as to what that is way up there. We'll see that not too long. I will, and then go around to the rest of the places. Look for somebody who's really good at extraction, uh, because I've got the mines, and I've got the actual the extraction huts as well, which actually do kind of change everything around once I start getting people into the mines. And I'll come back in a little bit. Right now, it's just a lot of running around. So here I was at the first place. I was just going up and going, okay, do I have anybody who has any kind of extraction? And the answer is a big resounding no. I know I had some extra meat and a few other things here, so I decide, I'll go and sell this stuff, take care of it before I have to go and go run it all around. I also decided to go check to see if there's anything else I can get from the, I can't remember what they call this guy.
How can I help you?
The King's Herald. The Kingsman. I was going to see if he could give me another quest.
Have a nice day.
Nope,
I'm
he didn't give me
here
another
on
quest.
the King's behalf.
So I run over to the bartender and go, hey,
Pretending to
it's
care.
late. Bartender,
Hello.
how much is it? And sell off mostly food to him, I think. Yeah, I had a bunch of roasted meat. I don't ever use the potions of strength, so I got rid of those as well.
Price is so low, you don't have a good day.
Here are the parties
And
between seasons. Good thing that
After
only
that,
selected-
I set off towards that waypoint I marked on the map. As I get close, I realize it's night, and I realize, hey, if there's a bunch of bandits or something there, I may have to be able to see. So I decide I'm gonna go to sleep and hit it in the morning. Now, I ran across this place when I ran up to examine that little village at the top corner of the map that's filled with bandits. It was empty when I saw it before, but now it looks like they're setting up for a play. There's a pair of people arguing on the stage. There's that lady who's in charge of it all. I'm trying to get just trying to get that all set. Our friend over here, there are two friends up there are arguing, and they're actually just acting. They don't hate each other. They're actually doing a good job of acting. The one on the right is supposed to be the woman in the play because they're just a bunch of bandits who she's trying to rehabilitate. But first, I gotta talk to the third guy who's down there in the corner. He's a bandit playing a bandit. He wanted to play the female role because the female role is the lead role. Now you kind of talk to him. It's like, well, You're. Hey, look at this. Look at it this way. You are a bandit. You know how to play a bandit. You will make the best bandit. Um, so he's like, oh, well, I don't feel much like a bandit, even though I just have a stick. I'll look stupid. I want a sword. It gives you the option of getting a wooden or a iron sword to the lady, and then I come up here and talk. Why are you arguing? Oh, because we're good at it. Now you talk to the other guy. He wants a dress. He wants a nice dress, and he wants it to be purple because he wants it to stand out. Now, you'll probably see the bit where I go and try to adjust and figure out, can I make it? I can. I don't have the pattern for it.
Oh, it's you again.
I don't have the pattern for it unlocked. When I do this, I unlock it when I get back to town, and I even make it.
See you
But
around.
I don't have the violet dye, and I was looking around at the dye stuff, and making the violet dye is expensive. I left there, and I came back, and I'm still looking for people who are good at extraction, which
How are all
there's
those
no threes
candles
here.
lighting up by
3
themselves?
is like the best you're gonna find just sitting around for that kind of work. You can get better. You make people better by either apprenticing them or by having them do the job. There's, I think, 4 is the maximum you can get on just somebody you find. I think if you have somebody who has a 3 extraction, who then apprentices and then gets the job, you can go up to a 5. But I'm not sure. I haven't really played a game long enough where I go from initial build all the way up to
I've got everything you
the
need.
kids that
Very
were born there
well.
are now adults. The game is set to be that long, so you can do it. I think it resets your personal levels, so the person loses like all the mule and all the mule levels and all the like the individual stuff, but the technology unlocks stay the same. So
Hello there.
when you come of age, or when when your heir comes of age and you start playing your heir, it's like, oh, hey, I can do that. I then go, and I'm gonna try to find somebody here, which I don't. I then go, okay, well, I'm gonna run to I'm gonna cook some meat for
It's
stuff
easy
that
to
I
talk
got
with me.
while I
I
was on
just
my
don't
way.
like conversations about the weather,
And then I'm gonna go
crops,
and hit
animals, children,
Astoya
politics,
and see if I can find anybody who can do
work.
production there. My big run also includes a stop off in the middle of the forest to sleep because it's getting dark, and to cook meat of even more animals that end up getting killed on the way. Now I consider while I'm here that I'm going to go, oh yeah, no, I'll go and I'll sleep here for the night. But I decide, you know what, I'm going to try to get as far as I can. And I try to take different routes just so I can look around for... honestly, there are dilapidated houses all over the place. I've shown you a couple of them. I found more as I'm running around. I don't bother, doing anything really important with them. But I do pay attention for them. So I start the run, and then we'll pick back up here in Astoya.
Once I found a snake in my shoe. They have absolutely
Which
no
I
respect
still
for
can't find
privacy.
anybody who's good at extraction. Now I've gone through all 4 cities or towns or whatever, haven't found anybody. I want to get some, and I know that every season it resets. So I decide I'm going to go find somebody to sell stuff off to. Then I'm going to go get some sleep and start back up in winter. Which I'll let you go up to, and I'll start talking after we get back into winter.
How can I help you? Price is so low, you don't need to haggle. Take care.
So when I wake up in winter, first thing I do is, well, I'm going to put on my winter clothes. Get all set up. So I put on the winter cap, the winter collar, the winter pants.
What do you
thick,
do?
The thick gambeson stuff actually works decently well as winter clothing, which is more or less corrected what you'd be thinking. I mean, let's face it, it is a quilted
See you
jacket.
around.
And then thick leather gloves and pants, or gloves and gloves and boots.
It's off to work I
Um,
go.
I don't know what else you'd use during the winter. Thick leather, at least at this point in time, would be the only things that would really work. Admittedly, what in modern days, you have all sorts of synthetics which are better than leather and hide, but back at the time, you know, well oiled and waxed leather would be the best thing. Now I decide, you know what, I need to get the mines going, so I'm gonna find somebody. I'm sorting through it, trying to find out. Oh, I'll grab somebody to just do mining, and then I basically have them just go for ore. I don't need a whole bunch of extra salt. I've gotten salt and I've never done anything. So now I look at it and like, okay, well, I won't need as much copper ore. So I kind of sort through my extractions and go, okay, I'll turn down the ore, more stone, more limestone, because those are the things that I used to build. And I talked to him about getting honey. Specifically lavender honey, so that he can get ready. I cut out a little bit that was just me running around figuring out stuff. Now I'm just getting ready to end the day, checking supplies, going through and figuring out, well, what's next. I think I'm going to go and actually make the dress. I might have cut that out by accident, but I mean, it's just unlocking the dress, making it in the sewing hut, and getting it ready. And then next time, to finish it off, I'm just gonna have to go to town, find some violet dye, and buy it, because you need. I looked it up. You need 2 red dye and 2 blue dye. Neither of those are too bad. Blue dye just requires a bunch of berries. Red dye requires a bunch of clay. Oh, and I decided I'm going to get some more farming and production by making a bunch of rye flour. I'm like, wait, no, I wanted to make a bunch of rye flour. So I'll make a big old stack of it. Now, there's only one thing that I really wish you could do in this game. That I haven't been able to do, and that is basically set it so that when I'm dealing with productions, I can go, hey, leave this much in reserve. Because sometimes you're just like, I don't really need that. And so now that I've got a whole bunch of flour, I'm going to do some baking as well. I mean, I've got a big old pile of onions that are going to be that are going down in quality. They'll be dead soon, so I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to make a bunch of
The king is
flat
the
rib
king.
onion.
As long as he
just so
doesn't
I
poke
have.
his nose into my business, I don't poke my nose into his.
Some more food. And I might even sell that. I don't know if I don't remember dropping a bunch of them into storage. But I go ahead, take a look through there. drop off all of my extra supplies. And I'm just looking at and I'm like, oh wait, no, I don't want to eat that. I can't eat that while I'm in there. I'm just gonna figure out, I'm gonna call it quits right about now. And I'm gonna do the same thing here. I'd like to thank you all for watching. I'd love it if you'd like and subscribe, and I hope to see you again. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.